he's got the same reach as Vitaly Klitschko.
I'm trying to tell you, man. That was like, you see, that was a gift and a curse because it hurt his inside game. That's why a guys like Iron Barkley was giving him hell.
He lucky he was fighting
this other dude, this Italian dude. What's his name? Mike McCallum had to go to Italy to kick his ass.
Luigi Mincillo, was it him?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Gave him fits in the ring. You know what I'm saying? These kind of guys give him fits in the ring because they could smother his punches. You needed to be at the end of his shit for him to get him.
That's how Hagler got Toney.
Them guys like Mincillo were tough, man. Everybody budge in the ring, bro.
I'm going to tell you from now, when we do that Mike McCallum shit,
yeah,
I'm giving that win an ATG win.
What?
And I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
Because when that guy got in there with the so-called ATGs, he took them to hell and back, including Roberto Duran and Tommy Hearns.
Yeah. He was solid. See, people don't know about them guys. You talk about them guys were like metal, man.
That's why I was trying to tell people, if a lot of them guys from this area was jumped, they would lose to the top contenders around that time. They couldn't even beat the top contenders.
Yeah, man. Some of them contenders was like vicious, man. And a lot of people try to give McCallum shit for losing to Colombe, man. But Colombe was a good fighter, but because he was in Italy and off the radar, nobody knew who he was. You know what I'm saying? And McCallum had to take that chance. He had to travel to get his shot.
Yep.
Yeah, I would love to see that fight. I would have loved to see Hearns fight McCallum. I think McCallum would have beat him because he would have got inside on him.
He would have beat the shit out of him, man. Yeah. I mean, if that footage is any indication of them going at it in Crunk Gym, he would have beat the shit out of him in a real fight. But Emmanuel Stewart kept Mike McCallum away from that guy, man.
Yeah,
but, I can't give the Mincillo in a ATG.
I know you can't, but I'm just telling you that's how I look at it.
Okay.
Because those guys would not fight McCallum in order for him to get an ATG win off of him, so he had to outclass those guys in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because he dominated this guy in his own country. It was a shutout.
I'm gonna give the Mike McCallum versus James Toney win. The first fight ATG because I thought he won. That's my personal feeling.
I thought he won both the first two fights, man, and I think the other one was even clearer, and they made the score even a wider margin.
Chris.
Yeah.
How much time you got before the fight?
How much time I got before which fight?
How long is this broadcast going to stay up?
This broadcast is 2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah. We still got
let's go through the McCallum thing now over here, man.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's jump in. Let's go in. We can do it.
Oh, up.
Yep.
Let's go.
Get the stuff ready.
All right.
Hello.
We're going to start from his first title shot. We're not going to go... All right. No, well, we can go like he beat Kalule. You know, he stopped him before the title shot.
Yeah, you stopped him before the title shot, and you got to take into consideration that's the guy that Sugar Ray Leonard won his first 154 title from.
Yep.
And it took him longer to do it.
Yep.
And Mike McCallum only had about 16 fights when he fought that guy.
Yep.
Hold up.
I'm gonna get that solid though, Natty.
Oh, Beast, come on, Beast.
I concur. I'll give it a solid. It's an impressive win.
Impressive, very impressive.
We gave Sugar ATG on that fight, though.
Yeah, oh, really? Nah, you got to give him ATG. You got to deal with equality. Hold up. Really?
Yeah, we going to do ATG.
Leonard was the first to do it, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was undefeated, too.
All right, I'll give ATG.
Yeah, that guy was a beast, man.
Yep. And he was awkward, man. And I believe he was a southpaw.
Yep, Ugandan. Bad man.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, I'll give that an ATG. Tony Cerro, never heard of him. Jose Valero, nothing to me. I remember Sean Mannion, the Irish guy. He won. That's his first title shot for the WBA light middleweight title. He won that over 15. That guy had one tough head, man.
And how he got to that is Duran gave the title up.
Yeah.
Rather than face him.
Yep.
And you gotta forget, them guys, like, I want to say somebody, the solid wins, like, the people he fought, they was hard as hell, though. He ain't had no easy road.
Nope, he did not have, he didn't take the easy road. He couldn't, you know what I'm saying? And he had to fight in France, wherever. Italy, wherever, you know what I mean? The UK, he had to fight all over the place, man, in order to get his shine.
Oh yeah,
he call I ain't gonna like ATG, but what's below ATG and between solid, I'm gonna give him some of them too.
All right, so the Sean Mannion fight, I've got that as in between solid and ATG. No.
I got the same.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree.
And you see, he didn't cry about his purse money like Rodriguez did against Andre Ward. He got silly money for that fight, man.
Yep.
He's gonna take it and win the title.
But he took the shot though.
Yeah, because his wife just died at the time, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Obviously, we have the Luigi Minchillo fight. First defense in Italy. See, he went abroad to defend his title, man.
Yep, he had to. That's the only way he could make money. And the Italian crowd was screaming every time this dude threw a shot. But it was dominant, man. And I think his corner had to stop the fight.
Yeah, I seen that fight too. That dude was pretty tough.
He was tough, and I told you what he did to Duran and Hearns. So, in my opinion, ATG. But we can have different opinions on this, because those guys would not fight him. Because what's the name? Especially Duran, he had an opportunity to fight him, and he relinquished the title.
Yeah. That dude, he was giving McCallum fits early in the fight.
He adjusted.
Yeah.
Quickly. Look,
I think I'm gonna get that between an ATG and a solid. It's gonna be a little bit above solid, cause that guy can fight.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go with in between. So it was a very sound win. Marcus Martinez. I don't know him. That was a non-top.
I don't know that guy.
Yeah.
And he was 0-3-0, so I don't even think it was just a keep busy fight. We can move on to David Braxton. David Braxton, I give between an ATG and solid, somewhere between it. Not quite an ATG, but this guy was a good contender. He was ranked #1. He only had one defeat on his record at the time. I think he was coming off a big victory when he fought McCallum. I think this is one of the first fights that we got to see live in Jamaica.
Yeah. And you see, I mean, like, that's Dwight Muhammad Carey's brother, yeah?
Oh, that's who that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I believe they had history. They were both at the Crunk Gym together.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that between the ATG and the solid, too.
Yeah.
Me as well.
Good fighter, man. Good fighter. And, okay.
You ain't say yours, Beats. What you thought?
Yeah, in between, solid and ATG. That's where I got it. That's where I got that, And then he went on to fight Jim Shea. I don't know Jim Shavers. Non-title fights.
No time. It's not. It's a stay busy fight. Something like the old timers used to do.
Yeah.
Stay busy.
TKO.
Julian Jackson. ATG.
ATG for me too.
ATG. Especially the way he did it.
Yeah. Break it down.
Well, that fight, early in the round, McCallum had a few little problems with him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Adjusting to his movement, the way he moved and his power. But as soon as he adjusted, man, he took over. His skill set took over. His pedigree took over, man. And he set Julian Jackson up for the kill and knocked him out. Put him against the ropes and started throwing punches, man. The ref had to come in. He was limp. He wasn't responding. You know what I mean? And that fight had history, man, because they were going back and forth at the press conference. It was a big West Indian thing. Yeah. Virgin Islands against Jamaica. You know what I mean? Yeah. And Jamaica came out victorious.
And I'm going to have to put my dad on blast because I remember this in the area. Oh, Julian Jackson going to knock him out.
That's right.
Didn't happen. He was hurt. He was hurt that day.
Oh my God! And it was, and I expected the victory. Don't get me wrong, because I at the time I rated Julian Jackson. I expected the victory, but I ain't expect no second round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's ATG to me.
Unanimous ATG.
Go ahead, Beats.
Okay. Irving Hines, non-title fight. Doesn't really mean much. But once in France, you know, moving all around the place.
Yeah, but he had to go to France to fight the guy. You know what I mean? He wasn't no killer, but he was a solid opponent.
Yeah, Irving Hines was solid.
Yeah.
You know, original Road Warrior before Glenn Johnson, isn't it? You know?
Yep.
And then he side scooter. He was a good European fighter, I remember.
Yeah.
You know, good defense. You know, good contender. I'll give it a solid. I'll give that a
solid. I give it a solid myself. Leroy Hester. That was a fight for us, man.
Yeah.
At the National Stadium, that was a fight for the Jamaican people.
Yeah.
That guy, you know, didn't have nothing for no Mike McCallum.
Was he Jamaican?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Next round blowout, you know. The Milton McCrory fight was really good.
Yeah. You see, that also had, I think that also had Crunk Gym history.
Yeah.
Every time he got in a fight with a Crunk Gym fighter, he wanted to kill him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that ATG. I like that fight.
Win. Milton McCrory was a great fighter.
He was a great fighter, but he was really knocked out by Curry. But you know, ATG.
Yeah. ATG. I give it an ATG.
Yeah. I'm undecided between middle or ATG. I have to give it an ATG, I suppose. Although he was knocked out by Curry.
Yeah.
Good win, man.
That's good.
The Donald Curry fight. He defended Curry. Woo-hoo. Left hook.
That's nice. That was a nice fight, man. And Curry, even though Curry had been knocked out by the other yard man, Leidy.
Yeah.
Leidy knocked him out at welterweight.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying, you know he was having trouble making that weight. So he moved up and get knocked out by another yardie.
Yeah.
But he was still considered pound for pound, man. Donald Curry, at the time, he was still a good fighter. He was giving Mike McCallum problems early. Mike McCallum adjusted, man.
He was.
He fooled him with the okie doke, fake to the body, then to the overhand, man. I mean, then to the left hook, I believe.
And that was a cold knockout.
Yep.
Just spread eagle on his back.
Yep. It was done.
Yeah.
No need to follow up with anything. One hit or quitter.
Yep.
Look at the Look at the fights back to back too. Milton McCrory and Donald Curry.
Yep.
Who does
back to back to back? Because that's an ATG win. And then he fights Sumbu Kalame.
Who does that?
Yeah.
And he goes to Italy.
Yep.
He goes to Italy to fight this unknown entity, dangerous unknown entity, because this guy could box, man. At a higher weight.
And the fight could have went either way. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah, because people, I watched the fight again the other day. I don't know how somebody scored at 114, 118.
Yeah, man. I mean,
I'll give Columbia victory for that day.
You can't even score that 114, 118 in a 12-round fight, can you? Unless you're giving like 10-8 rounds all over the place.
Yeah.
I think
that's not mathematically correct at all.
Yeah. Cesar Ramos scored at 114 to 118.
It has to be 114, 114.
Yeah.
That's a point. It's a big point.
You see, so you know what I mean? That's the kind of chances that Mike McCallum took, though.
Yeah.
He didn't have no choice.
Yep, he didn't have no choice. Because guess what, man? I like Hagler, but Hagler wasn't giving him a shot.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
By this stage here.
Oh yeah, but Hagler but he wanted to get the middleweight title shot before this though, before Hagler retired.
Yeah,
and Hagler was gonna stick around after the Leonard fight, but only to fight Leonard.
Yeah, I'll tell you what the travesty for the 90s was, with the fact that Hagler, Leonard, Hearns, and none of them fought McCallum in the 90s.
Yep.
That was one of the travesties. It was. So, to me, this is not a flag. This is a credible loss as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
You know?
Not a red flag at all, because I seen this fight. It was close.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Credible loss, and we move on. And it was a good fight.
Yeah, it was a good fight.
It
was a good fight.
Dave McCluskey, never heard of him. Randy Smith, I've heard. Like, he was a journeyman. No one could knock that guy out. No one.
Randy Smith? I never heard of him.
I've heard of him. He didn't win much, right? But for all you guys out there, go on Box Record's record and look at all the guys he went the distance with. That's what you call he's what you call a journeyman, you know? He went the distance
with everybody. He's like Emmanuel Augustus.
Yeah. Look at all the people he went the distance with, man. Like Paul Vannon, Glenn Thomas. All right, they're not big names. Who else? Hopkins. Like, man, John Scully. He went the distance with everybody, man. Nancy Morgan, Victor Cordoba, champion, Chris Eubank, Mike McCallum twice. Come to the
You went the distance with Eubank?
Yep. Michael Nunn went the distance with Michael Olajude, Frank Tate, Mark Kaler in the UK. That dude, that was some dude. He knew how to fight.
So that's a solid then.
That's a solid victory then. And since you're telling me all this, that's solid.
You know?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Did he draw with? No. It was either him or Sandline Williams drew with James Toney, man. And they were journeymen. You know? They're good fighters. Like, even them guys there, man, like, they'd probably beat up contenders today.
Yeah, that's why I was saying a lot of them guys, if they fought in that era, you would never heard of them.
Yeah. Now,
especially at 160, man. 160 used to be the division, though, man.
Did?
The middleweight.
Yep. Now, I'm gonna skip the Ralph Moncrief, right? Let's brush over that, right? That's not gonna
get. That's fine.
Yeah. The Errol Graham fight in the UK, I'm gonna give that ATG.
Okay.
I'm giving it.
I'm rocking with that.
Yeah. A lot of people say, "What are you talking about?" That's because you don't know shit about boxing, right? Errol Graham was undefeated. This is his first loss, right? Or was it?
I didn't think y'all was going to agree with me on that one. Thank you.
Nah, I've seen Errol Graham was a beast. I got him.
This might be a second loss. I think he lost to Sumbu Kalambe before that. That's no disgrace.
Yeah.
But he came over to the UK to fight this guy. Once again, you know what I mean? London, Paris, France, Jamaica, Italy, he's been everywhere, right? And this is like imagine traveling abroad to fight Errol Graham. If anyone knows about Errol Graham, he's just a nightmare. Mickey Duff used to advise promoters not to fight Errol Graham. Come for it. Because he's just horrible to fight, man. Like, if you watch the fight, that's one of the only fights where you see Mike McCallum look a bit ungainly, a bit clumsy because of the way Errol Graham fights.
Yep. It was ugly, man.
It was ugly. You see Mike fully hold his feet, but I mean, like Graham doing his tricks, spinning him round, and oh man, that was ugly. I'll give it an ATG because he stuck with it. You know, I'll give it an ATG.
Yep.
Me too. And look who he does again. He fights another hard fight back to back.
Steve Collins, man.
Collins, unanimous decision. Schooled him.
Yep, schooled him. I saw that fight. I think they aired it on Worldwide of Sports on ABC. At least that's the logo I saw when they aired it in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Worldwide of Sports. I remember that.
But where do y'all rate it at? Because I got between ATG and solid again.
I got that as an ATG in hindsight. Look what Collins done. Collins retired. Super middleweight champion. He retired after beating Eubank. So I've got that as an ATG.
Yeah, that's an ATG win.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got that as an ATG. No problem. Michael Watson, ATG, took his unbeaten.
Yep. And Michael Watson, if I can remember, I think he was commentating the second Kalule fight. They was asking him about how Mike McCallum was in the ring, man,
Yeah.
And he was giving them high praise.
Yeah.
Did he beat Eubank?
No.
Or
Eubank ended his career. He was the first guy to beat Nigel Benn.
Oh yeah, he beat Nigel Benn, but wasn't he beating Chris Eubank though?
He was beating Chris Eubanks, but Chris Eubanks obviously hospital, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he was highly touted, man. He was supposed to be the next big shit at middleweight. Michael Watson.
It wasn't. In my opinion, it's just a theory. This fight is what injured him worse than the Eubank. I think he carried over the injury from this fight here into the Eubank. That's what I think. Because McCallum really beat him up badly, man.
Yeah, he beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. I don't see how he took all them punches though.
Yeah, I don't know how he did it. I was feeling for Michael, you know, because the body, the head, everything. He thoroughly beat this kid up, man. You know what I mean?
McCallum doesn't have that many knockouts over 154, but the ones he has, they were grueling, man. He broke people down.
Yeah, he did, man. He did.
He earned the name Body Snatcher in this fight because he was killing his body.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lost art, man. Enough fighters don't do it.
Yep. Okay, so we move on from that. Frank Minton was a fringe contender. He wasn't all that though. I mean, I'll just give it.
It's still solid though. It's not, ATG or nothing, but it's solid.
But he avenges his win in France against Zombu Kalambe. Split decision over 12. These guys, were well matched. It's got to be an ATG for me.
Yep, ATG again. And I don't care if he got knocked out by Michael Nunn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He caught him early. You can't really count shit like that as, a knock against a fighter.
Yeah, because if you want to say that, you can say Hearns knocked Duran out.
Exactly.
You see when Michael Nunn knocked out Zombu Kalambe, I thought Michael Nunn was going to start carrying the planet on his shoulders and start walking around with it. You know what I mean? When he knocked out Kalambe, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Got him on the ropes, man. And man, that was just devastating.
But those kind of knockouts can be deceptive, though, man.
Yeah. But Michael Nunn was a talent, man. Before we carry on.
Definitely.
Versus McCallum. Who wins?
What's up?
Before we carry on, who wins? Michael Nunn versus McCallum.
I'm going to go with Mike McCallum.
Mike McCallum. I think he would dig him to the body all night. He fights better on the inside. I don't see Michael Nunn keeping him off with his jab all night. Okay. I think he could because that's how Michael Nunn needs to fight, man, to be effective. He kind of fights like Tommy Hearns. And once you get in his chest, it's a wrap.
Yeah, because that fight that beat showed me with the blade, that was close with Nunn.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. I thought Bartley won it, man. And even
going off of that, the way Mike McCallum fight, Mike McCallum would have beat the shit out of Nunn.
And Mike McCallum is way more technically sound than Iran Barkley.
Yeah, he was way more. So where you got this one? Zombu Kalambe, ATG.
ATG.
All right, unanimous. All right, I'm gonna skim over Carlos Cruzat and Nicky Walker. I'm gonna skim over.
That's fine.
Yeah, right. James Toney.
ATG, man.
I thought he won this fight. I don't know who scored it a draw, but I thought James Toney lost this fight in my opinion.
He lost the fight.
Yeah,
he lost the second fight in my opinion as well.
The second fight was hard to split. If I'm being biased because of the Jamaican thing, I'm gonna say McCallum won it. But it was hard to split. And he's lost. You see, in between that, we skimmed over it. The Furman Chirino, that's solid. He took the Roy Jones a distance. He was just solid.
That's solid.
The guys in the second fight scored the fight 110 to 117. I don't know what the hell they was watching.
I don't know, man. And one dude scored it a draw, Phil Newman, whoever that is.
Yeah.
I don't know what they was watching, man.
Yeah. I've got that down as an ATG fight for both of them anyway. You know, both fights are about ATG.
ATGs.
I even though he lost it, I don't see that he did lose it. You know.
And this is when things get hairy. I think he skips the 168-pound division. I don't think he has any fights there.
The Glenn Thomas, y'all ain't gonna do the Glenn Thomas one. That was a solid.
That was solid. That was a solid.
Is that a light heavyweight fight?
No, I think that was 168. Super middleweight. I think he fought at super middleweight.
Super middleweight?
Yeah.
All right, super middleweight. Yeah, that Glenn Thomas fight is good.
I remember him beating down Randall Yonker. Did he stop it with a body shot? I think with a Randall Yonker for the interim WBC light heavyweight title.
Yep.
I remember that one. He gave that kid up. Man.
Yep. And that's where he took on the title first at light heavyweight.
Yeah. I'll give that a solid.
That's solid.
Yeah.
Jeff Harden, in between solid.
Nah, man, he moved up all them divisions to get another title. I'll give him that ATG. That's just after Harden had all them fights with Dennis Andrews, man. And you know.
That's an ATG?
Yeah, I'll give that an ATG.
All right.
I got it between solid and ATG.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say myself.
Yeah.
What? How much titles is that he's won now? That's his
That's his third title.
Yeah.
No, you think what?
160. He didn't win a super middleweight.
168. He didn't get 168.
He didn't get a 168 title.
He didn't get 168 title.
He should have had. He should have been a 2-time champ at middleweight though.
Yeah, he should have. Yeah,
I mean, the thing about it is he had to relinquish his WBA title to even get the fight with Toney, man. So
how old was he when he fought this guy as well? He was old, man.
Yeah, he was up there, man. He was like 35 when he fought Toney.
Yeah.
So that's what, 37?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'll give that an ATG. It might be a bit indulgent, but I'm gonna give it that. That's it. He lost to forget the Carl Jones, all right?
Carl Jones, TKO.
Yeah, I think we're gonna give that solid, man.
That's solid. That's a solid win.
You think solid?
Solid.
Okay, barely a solid. What you got there, Chris?
I got that a solid Carl Jones.
Okay. Fabrice Tiozzo loses his title to Fabrice Tiozzo by this time, you know.
But yeah, didn't he go on to beat Darius Miskashevsky though? This guy.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
I think Mikulczewski beat him for this title.
Yeah.
This Fabrice dude.
I think I'm talking about at Cruiserweight. Didn't he?
Oh, yeah. The rematch. Yep.
Yeah, he beat him and knocked him out one.
Okay, it's not a flag. It's just an aging fighter lost his title.
Yeah, he's aging. He's soft around the middle.
Yeah.
This Ali Sadi cat. This was a comeback fight.
Yeah.
He outclassed this dude, but this dude was nobody.
Yeah.
And then the Roy Jones fight, it was a respectable loss. Him to be that age, and he still put up a good fight with Roy.
Yeah, he was outclassed.
And Roy couldn't knock him out.
Yeah.
He could have if he wanted to. I'm gonna be honest. I think Roy could have knocked him out if he wanted to.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Roy went a bit easy on him because
because he's Mike McCallum.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he let up on him a little.
James Toney didn't go easy on him.
James Toney didn't though.
That was the last fight right there at Cruiser.
Yeah. And there's a wrap right there.
It's a wrap.
I got him as all-time great though.
All-time great. Too many ATGs on the list, man. You can't deny it.
Yeah. You see, the thing is, man, even his losses, they've got a classical, memorial sort of feeling to them.
Yep.
Even his losses, man, Look at his last 2 losses with to James Toney and Roy Jones. You know what I mean? Like James Toney went on to win the heavyweight title even though he was on drugs. He beat flipping Holyfield and Jill after that. Jones went on to do a whole load of stuff after that. Man.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's why Mike McCallum was the first ballot Hall of Fame famer. He couldn't be denied, man.
Yeah.
As soon as his name came up, they was like, check, he's in.
Yeah. Has to be.
You know what I mean? And the boxing world know that they did him a disservice at times, man. So they couldn't deny him like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. He couldn't secure a big fight in the 80s for nothing.
For nothing. And all he did was call these dudes out after every fight.
Yeah.
They didn't want that work. They knew what time it was.
Yep.
Look, man, after he knocked out Curry like that, they just stayed away from him.
Yep.
Just stayed away.
Sugar Ray Leonard called that fight. He's like, I was thinking about coming back, but I'm going to stay retired.
Now he said that.
Nah, man, but that's what he was thinking.
Yeah, because I had the UK broadcast. That was it. So
Yep.
we didn't have Ray Leonard. We had Red
I would love to have seen him fight Tony Ayala Jr. before he got locked up, before he went to prison.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
Yeah.
That would have been a good fight.
Interesting, man. Man, great fighter, man. Great fighter.
Yeah. I mean, I hope Nicholas Walters could do Jamaica some justice as well, man.
Yeah.
I'm pulling for him.
Yeah. If he half for, you mean, like what McCallum's done, he'll be in the runnings.
Yeah, if you can even do half of that, yep, you are absolutely right.
Yeah. Great fighter.
How would you think Triple G would have done against McCallum at 160?
Nah, man, not in the same class, B.
Yeah.
You know, not trying to diss Triple G or nothing, but come on now.
Yeah, him or Sergio would have got one. Even Sergio in his prime, he would have whooped Sergio.
Sergio would have got that work.
Smash Sergio Martinez, man. You destroyed him.
So Sergio, you know, he's a nice athlete, but he's a footballer, really.
Yeah, that's right. A soccer player.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up.